Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy Nikolai Capone on the Nikolai Capone podcast. I am joined with King G, Retro EJ, Cat, and King Jvckson. So let's go ahead. Let's start it off. Retro, you got the topic ready?
I do, man. I do. So I got some crazy shit today. We have the Powerpuff Girls remake, and CW is actually going to remake this. Now, here's the thing. They're talking about they're going to be 20-something-year-olds that are kind of delusional, and they've given up their life to crime fighting, and now they have to get back together to save the world if they want to. And maybe Mojo Jojo is returning.
Yo, that's wild.
The only way is if it looks like what's his name from DC? God, what's his name?
Grodd?
Gorilla Grodd, yeah.
Yeah.
If it looks like Grodd, I'm happy and whatever.
Oh, Mojo Jojo as a gorilla? He'd be huge.
Imagine Gorilla Grodd with a tank on his head.
I got words. Okay. The Powerpuff was my shit. I mean, when I was a kid, I was Bubbles. I ran around singing the Powerpuff Girls theme song. You know, that was my shit. I can go show you action figures in my living room that I still have from when I was a kid of the Powerpuff Girls.
It's true.
Oh, so you've been waiting for this?
No. And here's why. The Powerpuff Girls were created for fighting crime.
Yeah.
Even in a world, you know, where they grow up and kind of realize they're teenagers, they're going to be coming into their power. Why would they give up a world of crime fighting when they were created for that sole purpose? So I already don't like the direction it's going in. And then you throw Diablo Cody behind it, and Diablo Cody's only been like really known for a few movies, most of them being complete shit. You have Juno, which is awesome. I give you credit for Juno. Jennifer's Body, I mean, that's good for the obvious reasons. Before, you know, the surgeries went down in her career.
Jesus Christ.
But I am not excited for this. And then you put it on the CW, which you kind of have hit or miss. I know you're a fan of, like, the Arrow and the Arrowverse. But look at Batgirl. I mean, that was on the CW, too. And they threw Ruby Rose in that, and that's... I mean,
I disagree with you. I'm only an Arrow fan of CW, and Arrow is over, and I have not gone back. But
so you see where I'm going with this.
But Greg Berlanti is actually a good producer, and he has produced a lot of shows that last forever, and he's going to produce the show. Now, I understand where you're coming from, and I'm just going to play the devil's advocate, but I'm not saying I'm for the show.
Yeah.
But I'm going to point out some things.
I'll still watch it. The nostalgia purposes alone will bring me back.
Yeah.
The fact that we've never seen the Powerpuff Girls in a live action, and people have talked about it for a long time.
That's true.
I'll tune in. You know, I was into Diablo Cody when I was younger because, you know, Juno, and she was getting her name up there, and then Jennifer's Body, and like her name kept coming up, and then what does she come out with that has been successful and like not just SJW in your
Yeah.
A good team behind you, you can do it. You know what I mean?
I feel like with the me and King G have kind of spoke about this like extensively with the whole. I feel like with the DC universe, like with CW, sometimes they go that route of like the SJW stuff. I'm like, you know, you can tell like it feels kind of manufactured rather than
being actual production.
Right.
Really bad.
I feel like it's gonna give me like Supergirl type vibes, and like
Yeah.
we're pushing for like the female lead, the female trio coming back together and making that like bond again. But like, why the hell are they even mad that their childhood was taken from them? They weren't born. They were created for this purpose of fighting crime. They were made to fight. They were made to protect. They were made to be the superhero.
They were accidentally made. If Chemical X wasn't real.
Hold on. So if you look at a lot of stories, movies, you know, books that have gone down in history, Frankenstein, all that, anytime the story involves somebody being created like you're talking about, there's always conflict about the reason they're here. Okay, yeah, I was created for this, but what am I? Who am I? Am I just what I was created to be my creators, or do I have a choice about what I have to be? So you said Supergirl. I see it be more like Arrow, not like it's going to be a little darker about the girls. I'm sure Buttercup. No. Who was the green one?
Buttercup.
Okay, yeah, Buttercup. I can see her kind of going through a hard time. Maybe being a stripper.
But the thing is, they were created with basic factors. They were created to be the perfect girl, and then they had an ingredient added that gave them superpowers. So
gave them that X.
From like fundamental components, why would they go dark?
Because, like he's saying, the whole thing of
we always fight our nature, and I'm not talking about dark as in bad. I'm just talking about they're going to go through issues. You know, like you said, their childhood was stolen, even though it was created. They're going to figure out, okay, we didn't get to spend our time having friends and having fun. We was always out fighting and protecting over somebody.
Okay.
We ourselves were just kids. Nobody protected us.
So like my thing with
you know saying, yeah.
So like even with them being in their 20s now, so if they were created to fight crime and then they're put in this situation now that they're older, how long are we just going to have a season of them just being, oh, I'm fighting my nature of what I'm eventually going to be doing after X amount of episodes of being like, oh, fuck this.
And then they're going to come back together and save the world again.
That's when you bring in the issues.
They're going to be the best of sisters, the best of heroes, just like they was in the cartoon.
Nah, they have to go back through stuff to continue the show. So you need the professor to come in and him be the reason why he created them and them question him. And maybe he's the actual bad guy behind the Powerpuff Girls. Why did you create us? Why did you use us?
That happen when they're going through their angsty, like pubescent teenage phase? They're older adults. They should have already come to conclusions and like had that realization. When they went through puberty, when they were growing older, they should have already had like those weird psychic temper tantrums and been pissed off at their dad. Like it should have already happened. Why is it happening now that they're almost fucking having a midlife crisis?
Who's to say their dad's not dead in the show and he's not alive? And that's what caused it.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear you one more time.
Oh, so who's to say that their dad, Professor X, or whatever his name was, who's to say he's not dead? That's what caused their disbandment.
Yeah.
That's an interesting concept.
If he was dead.
Yeah.
Mojo, Jojo, or what was the devil?
So there was a movie.
I can't remember the devil's name. I know what you're talking about, though.
It was either
the devil's name is him.
Yeah.
Him, yeah.
But there was a movie, Mojo Jojo, like was reunited with the Powerpuff Girls as their brother, and that was the last that ended everything. They came together and they found out that Professor X also created Mojo Jojo, and he already went through the whole "why was I created? Oh, I'm a bad guy," yada yada storyline we're going down. Yeah. And like Mojo Jojo already did that, and he came together and was like, "Oh, you're my brother," and then everybody lives happily ever after. Like it's already been done with JoJo.
Damn.
But that's what the CW does. They take stories and turn them into real life, like real life situations.
Yeah.
I just don't know if they have enough material to make it interesting enough to continue
more than a season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to create a whole new
especially on the
bad guy.
CW.
You hit that wall. So address Mojo Jojo. You talk about Professor X. You start talking about him, and then there's not a whole lot of major villains other than like the Rowdy Rough Boys and like maybe another offshoot.
And after a while, I mean, like it's gonna be just like, you know, when they're like, "Oh, we're gonna do Batgirl
season 15 of Supernatural."
And
see, this is
I don't see it keeping attention more. Even when they rebooted the things from our childhood, like they did Teen Titans and it was shit. They did the Powerpuff Girls and it was shit. Like they went off the air right away. You know, I don't see this even for nostalgic purposes staying on the air more than like maybe.
And I agree with you 100% on that. It's not.
I give it 3.
Maybe.
I give it 3 on a good day.
Me personally, with the
I had
like me personally with CW, and this was especially with The Flash. Like, I really enjoyed the show as far as like the first season, but then they started doing that formula where they just make him fight a speedster at the end.
Yeah,
and I think that's where I would not want it to go as far as this, you know, like the villain is just Mojo Jojo or something like that. Like, I feel like they would have to constantly introduce like new villains, but at the same time they would have to do it kind of
keep it interesting. I mean,
yeah, that's the part that worries me.
So many villains in even just Townsville, right? Let's just keep it in the basic city. There were so many villains, and they kept reoccurring. It was constantly him. It was constantly Princess. It was constantly the Rowdy Rough Boys. It was constantly people that they faced previously. Mm-hmm. You know, again, for nostalgic purposes, like people would be watching to be like, oh, I can't wait to see, you know, what was the hillbilly something, the hillbilly guy, and you know, the Rowdy Rough Boys and him. They would want to see those characters brought to life. I'm gonna refer it to Gotham, though Gotham was awesome. You watched with the
fire, absolutely amazing.
With the anticipation of, oh, I can't wait to see the Riddler. Oh, I can't wait to see, you know, if they bring in the Joker, or I can't wait to see what they do with this character. You watch for those purposes of, I know the storyline, but I don't know, man. Diablo Cody behind it. That's my big. If it was anybody else, I may give it the time of day because it's her and I know her work. You've already lost me before it came out.
I feel you. I mean, it was just, you know, something we had to talk about because
I'm a huge Powerpuff Girl fan. I mean, I remember times where I would dress up like Bubbles and it wasn't even Halloween. I would just pigtails and go.
I mean, like shit. Every like Friday night, you just stay up late, you watch Cartoon Network, and nobody gives a fuck. I
still know the song.
I watched every episode of the Powerpuff Girls. Like I was in it.
Once again, the day saves. You know. I have such high expectations because that was my childhood, and like you know, more so, you know, than you can even relate it to like watching all the DC movies come to life or all the Marvel movies to life. Like that was our superheroes, you know, that was important to us. That was like who we dressed up as for Halloween and who we have action figures of, you know. So I don't know. You can't really, if you fuck it up, you're gonna piss people off.
Yeah.
It's coming, trust me.
Yeah.
Now to a little bit darker subject of things that are going on in Wisconsin. We got things with Jacob Blake. Now, that's a tough subject. How do y'all feel about the subject of, you know, Jacob Blake and everything that's going on in Wisconsin right now?
That it completely fucked. Let's just like it's just completely fucked.
I mean, like, it's heartbreaking.
It's crazy that like we see all these things just repeat. Like
it's still happening
almost every day. You know, like people are like, oh, I don't see the problem. What's going on?
Still
and it's
happening.
like we literally just saw an example of white dude with a fucking assault rifle just walking by the cops. If that was anybody else of any other color, that would not be the case.
Oh, Rittenhouse. That is his name.
What's his name?
It
doesn't matter what his name is.
You stupid, bro. No, but so there's no issues. We have to, you know, stick with the legal way and say allegedly Kyle Rittenhouse shot at a Black Lives Matter protest. He killed 2 people and he injured 1. Now there's different stories about it. There's people saying that people tried to attack him first, so he shot, and there's other people talking and saying he was there intending to shoot. Now, there are more videos that lean towards him having lethal bullets and weapons to actually pull out these things. And he was ready. So how do y'all feel about it?
He had no right. He didn't own those businesses. No one called him in and said, protect us. He's 17 years old. His mother drove him and the assault there. They both need to be in jail.
That shit is
They
premeditated.
both need to be.
Yeah, that's
like,
premeditated, 100%.
They both need to be killed.
How can you?
I mean, that's strong, but like if you intend on literally being that evil and going with you're already like you have no regard for basic human life. Like you went with intent to defend someone, something, but who gave you that right? Like you have a mental problem. Y'all both need to be taken care of.
People need to like look at it from the aspect of you have a protest, and then you have an individual went out of his way to show up at a protest, which already had police officers who were supposed to keep the peace for conversation purposes, and you have a man that's showing up with an assault rifle. You think he's just going to show up and look at his like he obviously came to do something. And
his mom is just as guilty. I fully believe that his mom is absolutely just as guilty. He's 17 years old. She drove him there with the gun. He's just as guilty.
Yo, who brings guns to a peaceful protest?
To defend businesses you don't own.
He went there with the intent, like
100%.
It's not like he.
It's not like a pistol or something, you know what I mean? Like I'm open for people to have guns and shit, but like to pull out an AR-15, dude. Like,
well, it wasn't just him. There was a few other guys that were older men that were there. They were watching over businesses and helping out the police. And there's actual videos of the police saying, "Hey, thanks, guys. Thanks for doing what you're doing." And one of the guys actually being like, "Hey, well, the cop just told us they'll push them down our way, and we can take care of y'all." And it's a video of it. There's videos everywhere of this night. Just they're constantly coming out like throughout the day. So it's a real bad situation that's going on. And his mom drove him back, and he also walked by the cops with his hands up, and the cops just let him go. That's how he got him back home.
Didn't they give that man a bottle of water?
They gave him a bottle of water as well.
Yo, like what they fucking do for George Floyd? Not fucking shit.
What they do for Jacob Blake? Shot him in the back 7 times in front of his kids.
In front of his kids.
That's
in front of his kids. Like imagine like the trauma they're gonna go through for the rest of their lives. That's heartbreaking. It's just a touchy subject. It's really hard to see still happening even after all the protests. Months later it's happening. Like it's heartbreaking.
So his name was Kyle Rittenhouse. And he allegedly was the one that went down there and shot those people.
Yeah, I thought Kyle was supposed to be like breaking Mountain Dew cans and smashing drywall. Yeah.
That's what they are.
A lot of anger that he doesn't know what to do with it.
A lot of sexual frustration.
Let me go ahead and give my opinion. I want to let everybody talk. As a white American who is a gun enthusiast, Nick can tell you I have guns. I love guns. I love bow and arrows.
God, that reminded me we need to talk about Kevin.
But Nick can also tell you that there ain't no way in hell I'm going to take a AR-15 or any weapon to a peaceful anything, whether it's going to a restaurant, protest, church. Anytime you take your gun out of your house, anytime you take it out of your vehicle and you keep it on your side, and there are some people that do it just for protection, but the majority of people that do that are looking for a reason to shoot.
Yep.
I keep my gun in my truck. But if I'm going
keep that thing on you
out of the truck, it stays in the truck unless I feel threatened.
Yeah.
People are using this excuse, and it's white people. They're using this excuse. I don't know if it's because they're racist or if they just want to shoot somebody. But regardless of the reason, it's bullshit that a 17-year-old kid can get a AR-15 from his mom, a ride from his mom, which y'all have talked about, to a protest, and shoot somebody, and
3 people.
like what was going through his mind, his mom's mind, the cop's mind that saw him with an AR-15. Anybody walking down the street, I don't care if it's black, white, Mexican, Chinese, what. Anybody walking down the street with an AR-15 is looking for trouble, and they are going to find it.
Absolutely, man. Like, and the thing is, you're a 17-year-old kid. Like, you're not even in a place to even own any type of firearm. So wherever you acquired this from is nonsense. You know, like
His mother.
what? Like, I own guns, but I have zero urge to run around in public with it. And like, what the fuck is the point? Like, I get it. You love your guns.
You're not gonna. You're not gonna look cool with it. I mean,
you look like a fucking loser walking around downtown in a fucking armor jacket, and you're not even getting paid. Fuck off.
Exactly.
Yeah, it makes people, you know, that own guns look bad, and then you know, it should be happening. And laws and stuff passing. It's like, oh, is it too dangerous? Well, this kid shouldn't even be having a fucking gun right on him. You know, like that doesn't make any sense.
There is no 17-year-old out there that is mature enough to make decisions like that. If I was 17 and had a gun, I had anger and attitude. Somebody, I'm 17 and have a gun, I'd shoot their tires out or something. 17 is too young. That's when they're supposed to be taught why and how to have it, not to give it to them.
You got to teach kids about gun safety. I mean, I'm not saying that's obviously what's going on in this situation. Like,
right.
Like, but like good law-abiding like American citizens that own firearms, you know, everything about like having a gun in front of people that have not been exposed to guns, about showing people that you're around, like that they're safe, you know, making sure your safeties are on, taking care of your weapons. Like people who actually give a shit about their neighbor take these steps to, you know, protect each other. I'm not, like I said, it's like a totally different scenario, but law-abiding citizens, you know, they're making laws that go against the gun owners. And the thing is like, people who are criminals, they don't give a fuck about like...
No, fags.
They don't give a shit about the law. They don't give a fuck. So whenever you limit, like, Americans with their, like, ability to obtain weapons to defend themselves, and you're just opening the door for people to get hurt because you have criminals, again, who will find guns anywhere and break into your house, and now you can't own an AR-15. And so now you're hiding in your house, and, like...
Chicago's the prime example.
Nah, but let me give you an example real quick, though. For one, me personally, I feel like you have to take multiple steps before someone comes in your home and you shoot them. That's just me personally. I have cameras. I have a very mean dog. Now, she's friendly, but she knows when someone that isn't supposed to be here, she knows. If you can get through my locks, my security system, my dog, and then to where you need to be, it's too late, pal. I'm already ready for you.
Exactly.
So I understand where y'all come from when you mean that, you know, gun safety and having a gun, because it does make you feel safe when you have a family. Now, again, I have my trigger locks. I have safe. No one's around when we open it. If it's being cleaned, it's taken out of this house far, far away. You know, I take my proper steps, but also I know, you know, there's parents that don't teach their kids this, and obviously he wasn't taught this, and he was taken out there to this protest to help protect these businesses with lethal rounds. Someone purchased those rounds for that child to go out there and do that. Allegedly, again, I'm not trying to say, but I mean, how else from what I just got an update was he was just charged with 5 felonies. So,
and you know what? Every charge he's got, his parents should be charged too. They should all be charged.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least the mother. I don't know about the father. All I've heard about is him.
Yeah, that'd kind of be fucked up. But the
sad thing though is when this shit gets to court, they're gonna try to use the excuse that he's a child, that he's not like. They're gonna try to pull this fucking bullshit.
Or like some psycho shit.
She's an accessory to these felonies.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know if the law will see it that way, but that's how I see it.
To the families.
Neglecting.
Condolences to the families, y'all, because like people lost their lives last night, and it's And people are like out here making fun of these people and making fun of the whole entire situation because, like, again, y'all, like, Jacob Blake got shot by the cops 7 times in the back. Now they're trying to say he had a weapon and everything, but again, his children are there, and
Unarmed in front of his kid.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Those kids will never recover from that.
Ever.
never, man. Like, but I understand, and so to brighten a little bit of things up, like, let's get back on some hero shit, man, because
We got some stuff to talk about.
DC fucking fandom.
Yeah,
Yes.
DC fucking fandom to all those Marvel people.
Hey, now.
Don't hate on Marvel now.
I do have Marvel stuff, yeah, I know, blah, 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 blah.
I want you. You can talk shit and have that gear behind you.
I'm gonna need that.
Revoked your Marvel
Yeah.
card.
No, I'm just
You
playing.
can
I
keep
love
the
Marvel.
Captain America shield. That's fine.
Yeah, don't nobody care about that.
I love Marvel, but also
Let's just
my
be honest,
life. My life is DC. I'm Batman all the way. That's my life.
Marvel.
Keep that thing on you.
And
Now, DC fandom.
White
Last
shirt.
week we talked about. We talked
Shazam.
about DC fandom.
Shazam was great.
Y'all watch Shazam.
It was great.
oh yeah.
Shazam was great.
Mm.
Awesome. I was
Like I
pleasantly
said.
surprised.
Someone say it's the best movie.
Elijah's gonna sleep good tonight, knowing that we enjoyed Shazam.
It
He's
was
gonna.
funny. It was good. It kept my attention. Definitely better than anything before. I hope Shazam 2 can like live up to the same expectations that I now have set.
Well, speaking of Shazam 2, you got Black Adam coming out with The Rock, so that's gonna be something.
That's what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
baby.
I got a hot sports opinion. I'm tired of seeing The Rock.
Nah,
I'm
but
tired of seeing The Rock.
only person that can play Black Adam is The Rock. He has the build. He has
I
the.
get that. Like, well, I mean, he doesn't have any hair, like, but
They might give him some hair.
bro,
Yeah,
he would look
please,
good.
I hope not.
I want to see The Rock with hair.
It looked
I
like
hope
mean-
not.
Yeah,
I mean, but if he doesn't, it's okay. Black Adam's been locked up for 5,000 years. You know.
Yep.
At this point,
no, Black Adam's a cool ass character. I just
fire.
like
The Rock.
The Rock's been like about like some
Hey!
buildings falling and like fucking Rampage movie and
But
whatever the
to
fuck
be
he's
fair, everybody hated the idea of Robert Pattinson playing Batman, and that movie looks like fucking dope.
I'm still hesitant though.
No, I'm not.
As
It
Bruce
looks great.
Wayne,
It looks
I
like
am.
the Arkham games. I'm
Nope.
for it. I'm here for it.
Hold on, we hold on. We can't go too fast. We can't go too fast.
We can't go too fast because we got some other stuff though. Like we got Wonder Woman, the Wonder Woman trailer.
I want to go fast.
The first Wonder Woman I was really disappointed with.
I didn't even watch it.
I was really disappointed with it. And the only thing that kept my attention was Wonder Woman. That was it. It was too long. There was like one fight scene and like you didn't even like get her full potential. You just see her running really slow-mo and like dodging bullets, and it was boring. And she's hot. That was it.
Like
Hey,
Captain
that-
Marvel.
Huh?
I got-
Captain
Captain
Marvel
Marvel
sucked too.
Oh yeah, I was about to say
Okay,
it was so
Wonder Woman-
bad.
Yeah.
It was so
Yeah,
bad.
like I will gladly watch any Ant-Man movie all over again before I ever fucking watch Captain Marvel.
I'll watch the first Captain America before I watch Captain Marvel.
Quit hating on that.
Why
I
you hate on
fucking-
Captain America
I'm
1?
not even a
I hated that one.
Captain America.
I fell asleep every time. I tried watching that movie 3 times. I fell asleep each time.
You fall
Yo,
asleep when
that
you come over
movie
my house.
sets right, bro. It's a great movie.
Hey, it's about the same entertainment level.
Yes, it is lower than Captain
What movie?
America Civil War and other stuff,
Oh.
but I mean, it's still a good movie.
Captain America: Civil War is ass. Yeah, I said it. That movie eats butt cheek and licks
That
sweaty
movie
ass
sets the
cheek.
stage for the franchise and everything going forward. You got to have all the dickheads
For the last 3
talk about all
movies
their
to come
stuff.
forward, fuck that movie. I
Why?
waited 10 years for that shit.
Look, I hate that movie
I
because
think you
they
need to
dumped
have
Iron
another
Man.
alcoholic beverage.
How are you going to take Bucky Barnes aside when you've been like palling around with Iron Man and y'all homies and you're like, oh, yeah, my other friend came back. Your opinion's irrelevant. I'm going to have to beat your ass. Fuck you.
I say it. Y'all be hating on Batman v Superman, and Batman v
I
Superman
love
came out before Civil War, and it's the same fucking movie. Y'all are just more happy because it had a bigger
Sorry.
cast and
Let-
more people can come out. It was
Let me
the
get my
same
night
fucking
vision
movie,
goggles.
but Batman v Superman was better.
What was it? I would also like to talk about the Snyder cut.
Oh baby, you know
I'm
what
ready
it
for that.
is.
Yeah,
What did you think about it?
So if it's, I mean, if we're gonna be able to see the actual vision of the movie, I felt like the one that we got was very rushed and
Ass.
ass, of course, but you could tell that it was just very rushed and like they just wanted to put it out there, which they shouldn't have. But it's just
why?
gonna.
That's
They
my-
hired a Marvel director to try to come on and film a DC movie, and guess what? It became an ass of a movie because Marvel.
And he's right, but I love Marvel movies, but DC is a different kind of formula. You can't do with DC what Marvel did with Marvel. That's why they're different. That's why it didn't work. And I agree with Retro 120%. If it was Zack Snyder the whole time, that movie would have been a top 10 movie of all time. One of the best superhero movies.
I
Might just be.
I haven't seen the Snyder Cut, but I think that if that was released in place, I think it would have made the DC universe currently a lot. I'm not saying that, because look, we got like Endgame and we got Infinity War, like that. It tied in like a complete
Beautiful.
saga together, and it was a fucking masterpiece.
Beautiful.
They
How
gave
many bad movies did you have to go through to get those movies?
I mean,
Here's the
Blake,
thing.
look at how many
Two
characters you
two movies.
You got
No.
3 bad movies.
They had more.
Wait, what are your three?
You got
What are your
Thor.
3?
You got Thor: The Dark World. You got. I'm just saying the Ant-Man movies are kind of fucking boring. And Captain Marvel sucks. And
Iron Man
Iron Man
2.
So-
Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2.
My
Iron
point.
Man 2. Not
Hey,
great.
but they got 50 movies though. Like,
I mean,
Yeah, out of
maybe
50, some of them just not be perfect.
Yeah, but I'm saying
like the DC TV series that they make more than I do the actual DC. Like Doom
DC
Patrol.
only got 5 movies compared to Marvel's 25, and everybody was like, "Oh, DC sucks." Well, no shit. You only gave them 3 movies,
But
and
if
y'all
they're
shit
all
on
dumpster
them
fire, why are we going to continue to go watch the others?
DC
because
has more
because
than movies. You got to
the
think about
DC
all the shit in the 90s. They had movies out before Marvel even had was really going. We
and
had
they still
Blade.
couldn't do it. We talked about this last time. Blade was all right.
Blade slaps.
Blade is all right.
yo, Blade is
But, like, I'm talking
fire.
about, like,
Fucking
Wesley
Standard.
Snipes.
the old like Batmans and stuff. Like unless you're talking about like the old like
Dude,
50s.
They brought in so much money from those movies. They even have They had a section at Six Flags dedicated to DC and Batman and all that crap because
Y'all
of
hear these haters? I hear
and the
haters.
cartoons.
I love
the
that.
cartoons
I
are
love
great.
all the cartoons.
The
Smash.
Okay.
comics are great. The shows are great, but the movies, that's just not where it's at. I mean, like
That-
Aquaman sucks.
Warner Brother animated movie hit like nobody's business.
I do want to talk about the Batman trailer.
Yo,
What's sick?
I do want to talk about that because
you hear them talking down on DC, but what about that Batman trailer? Like you said though, baby, that's Robert Pattinson.
I just don't want to go into like the whole history of it and everything.
I'm saying that Robert Pattinson DC Batman trailer, the Batman, by the way.
All I can see is him sparkling like a fucking vampire.
You loved him in The Lighthouse.
I love The Lighthouse.
Robert Eggers, The Lighthouse, like he's all about this movie, and like I couldn't get into it. Like I understand the concept of it, but like God, it was fucking boring.
I love that.
And I love Robert Eggers. Love The Witch. I'm excited for his future projects. But like, you can't just diss Robert Pattinson because he's been in some great movies. Like, he's done well in projects. Just because Twilight, he hates Twilight. He talks shit about it.
I mean,
he agrees with us all. It fucking was trash.
I get it, $, but he still did it.
Well,
so is the main villain like? Is it looking like Hush?
No, it's the Riddler guy.
Agreed.
It is the Riddler.
Guy.
Well, wasn't like I'm talking about like in the animated movie.
I know what you're talking about. But
Yeah,
He's got bandage. He's got bandage
Yeah.
around his face. He doesn't have
Oh.
But
Yo, I can't. I did not see that coming.
Riddle me this, Batman.
but I agree, Nick. I think obviously they're the same person, but
Yeah, I think
he
they're gonna
could
go
be
that
playing
way.
The Riddler could be going through his hush zone or whatever he went through, whatever caused that.
Well,
Yeah.
the same person.
Say what?
So,
They aren't the same person.
I thought Hush and the Riddler were the same person.
That's
Hush
for the
came
new
from-
animated movie. So in the
Oh.
comic, the Riddler
Yeah.
was he was telling Thomas Elliot, hey, do this. I know who the Batman is, and I'll tell you, but you need to get all these other villains together, and I'm going to lure you into this. And then in the end, it was the Joker.
Oh shit!
see, like,
So,
I
yeah.
Spoiler.
I mean, the Riddler. I'm sorry. I said the Joker.
after I read
I'm sorry.
after I read the premise of the new Batman movie, it became more appealing to me because we have all the stories, like, if we go back to the 90s with Batman, it all just like addresses Batman, like, when he's smack dab in his crime fighting career, he's established, he's got all this shit, he's funny, and like
that's why I like Gotham. I mean,
but like now we get to see him like kind of do what we do with like our trades, like figuring it the fuck out as he goes, being like, this works and this doesn't work, and
It's year 2. Year two.
Well, I've liked the majority of Batman movies, but in almost every Batman movie, there's something I don't like.
first,
I like the actors when there's Batman, but a lot of them I don't like as Bruce Wayne.
That's
Michael Keaton, while he didn't have the look of Bruce Wayne, I thought he did a good job. Christian Bale, Val Kilmer. I thought George Clooney was trash as Bruce Wayne and Batman. In fairness,
that man
okay,
has
but most of them don't play a good Bruce Wayne, and you have to play a good Bruce Wayne to be a good Batman. So
I feel like I don't know.
I agree.
Maybe I'm just hopeful. I'm not saying I hate DC. I do enjoy DC and Batman more so than any other because I like the villain. The villains you can really expand on. It's a really dark and scary world. I loved the Joker. I don't know if this is going to be in the same universe as the Joker with it's not. No, I didn't know, but like I love the dark, gritty, almost realistic crime that happens in DC. I feel like DC would be the superheroes we would get and the villains we would get, and Marvel would be like the idolized fan base even in the DC.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that would be like the superheroes on the movies that they look up to, but like DC is like the reality of what we get. I've always compared like Gotham to like New York and Chicago and like the harder areas, some people don't live in,
True.
but
It's
it's
fucking
more
Robert
realistic.
Pattinson
It's more like
stomping your ass in an alley.
Yo, I'm just jaywalking. You don't have to beat my ass, Batman.
And bro, in that trailer, it's like the Arkham games. He's like going at it. Oh,
I fuck with it.
It was
There
great.
was
I
like-
think it'll have some of the best fight scenes in any
Yeah.
Batman movie.
It was great to see. I love when directors and cinematographers decide to like shoot fights in one solid take, where the action just stays consistent. That because like it keeps you on the edge of your seat. You're holding your breath with, oh my god, this is not going to end. This just keeps going. So I love when they do that. And I'm really hoping to see a lot of that and scenes because I feel like it's cinematic when it's
Yeah,
done.
I hope they kind of.
Watchmen. Like it's like thorough and like all shot out in like one take. Yeah.
Yeah, or like Daredevil and Green. What was it again? I don't even remember. The Iron Fist. There we go.
He said green.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I'm like, no, it ain't Arrow or anything like that. I was like, what? No.
Nah, but I get what y'all mean. But speaking of choppy ass movies and action that goes on and shit, speaking of one of the worst fucking franchises of all time is Resident Evil.
Ooh. Yes, it is.
Now they are.
I don't know what they do with their movies, bro. Like, it's so fucked.
People keep going to see them and pay for them, so they're going
to they pay to get disappointed.
I was like internships, and they're like, here, just don't fuck it up that bad.
It was like the Silent Hill movies. They're like the Mortal Kombat movies. Trash. They're bad. It's all bad.
Maybe it's a nostalgia thing. I love the Mortal Kombat movies.
Mortal Kombat 1 was pretty good.
Hey, I'm a big Mortal Kombat fan, so.
I love the games. The movies, though, like from the 90s and like the Mario.
But they're so.
Like,
the 90s did a lot of corny things, though. Good. I will say that. They did a lot of corny things, so you got to keep that, you got to keep that in mind. They tried to be, like, really revolutionary, so.
For the time,
yeah. For the time.
Going back and watching it now.
Who was it that was playing Bowser? Was it Dustin Hoffman or somebody? Who was it?
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, in that trash-ass movie. But no, like, well, speaking of Resident Evil, they're actually talking about coming out with the Resident Evil TV show on Netflix. Now, I'm not sure if it's inspired by the actual game or if they're going to go back towards the movie route and bring Alice back in. So I just want to know how y'all feel about the new upcoming Resident Evil show on Netflix. And they actually posted a picture of it today, of the season 1 script.
It's got me worried. It has me worried.
Well,
yeah.
I've been out, like, okay. When I was younger, I really enjoyed Resident Evil, like the games. But ever since that we had, I would say, maybe 5 to 6 years ago, when everybody was like super into zombies, and it was just everything you saw on TV was fucking zombie that. That shit like killed it for me. I was like, after that point, I cannot.
Are you talking about like when Walking Dead came up?
Bro, God, I mean, fucking bash my skull in.
I loved the comic. Jesus, that show, man.
Yeah, that show was ass.
And everybody's like, everything was about zombies for like a year.
But what's funny, actually bringing up Resident Evil, some of the people behind it are the original people from the movie. And then you have, I forgot his name. He was behind The Walking Dead, Breaking Bad, and Better Call Saul. So you have like someone that has come out with like one of the best series in history, Breaking Bad, working on this project. Gives me hope, but that doesn't mean it's going to be good. I mean, they're still working with the same people that were behind the movies that were, again, trash. So look at The Witcher. Did you enjoy The Witcher? Do you think that Netflix can like if you were a fan of the game, did you enjoy the show?
I need to watch it. I'm honestly just not giving it a fair chance, and I need to.
I thought it was good.
I watched it. I mean, I don't know anything about The Witcher, so when I watched it, it wasn't. I was just like.
I played the game though.
It was way too.
You like the game?
The game is so fucking good, dude. Like the game is so great. I haven't given the Netflix series the time of day.
Pulling in different directions on the Netflix series. We're doing this in this time period. We're doing this and this, and it's like they surround a lot.
Yeah, I don't like when shows do that either. Like if they do it every once in a while, I get it, but they were like going back and forth between timelines a little too much, and
it was too busy for me. It was too jumpy and not like a clear plot.
Hey, but when they were fighting though, hey, that shit was crazy. I will say that shit was crazy.
That song is still stuck in my head today. I sang it this morning. The Toss a Coin to Your Witcher song.
I sang it.
I did.
He sang it to me for like 2 months straight. Don't let him up.
So give it a chance.
Yeah, I think it's hopefully they just go ahead, focus on the script, focus on what needs to be done, and like go for what the audience actually wants. I mean, even if they were to just go ahead and just follow the original Resident Evil, it would still be better than what they're putting out, because I don't know what they're putting out. Like, it's some wild shit, man.
Well, I mean, I liked the first Resident Evil movie, but then after that, it went downhill quick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It just...
I played like 1 or 2 Resident Evil games, not many, but
That's
if it was anybody else making it besides Netflix, I would be worried. And
that's true. Netflix got a good...
But I mean, I like The Witcher. The Castlevania show they did was great.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Yo.
You brought up my jam. So I fucking love Castlevania.
Yeah.
So
that's what I'm talking about.
Fire.
First season was damn. It was very good. Like the first 3 episodes are perfect, and then it goes on, and it's still pretty good. I haven't even finished season 2. Like
I did. Not good. I tried to watch season.
Wait, what's the new season? Is the new season 3?
Yeah, season 3.
Season 3 is a masterpiece.
They don't.
Yes.
It's honestly a masterpiece.
Season 2 continues, and it's like what movie? 8 episodes? 10 episodes?
I think so. Yeah, something like that.
Season 1's 3 episodes, and then season 1's 3 episodes. It's like 8-10 episodes, and then season 3 came out, and we made it past like episode. Like, nope. And he like keeps trying to put it on. Like, I just want to finish it. I'll go do something.
Please do yourself a favor and watch that new season of Castlevania. Holy shit, it's so good. I don't want to ruin it at all.
Don't spoil it for him.
Just please watch it.
Hey,
so
they didn't want to
worth it.
watch no other movies. I said, let the haters watch it. They'll understand.
He's got 3 episodes left before he finishes. That means it's been on the background and it hasn't impressed me. So we'll see if the 3 episodes can turn it around.
Like how dark they went in that first season, and they show the true passion and like pain of like Dracula. Bro, shit is fucking fire. He fucking shows up in a fiery, like, destroys everything. It's fucking sick.
Let me just tell you, it gets dark in season 3. So
oh my god, yes.
Yeah,
Look,
it's
the last 3 episodes are terrible. You gotta give me $5.
like, so for me as like somebody who deals with like, I'm an English major. I do that stuff, like a lot of analytical stuff. I gotta say, like, there's so many, like, it's honestly just beautiful. Like the way they do everything, it's so beautiful. Like I was just like, the end had me just like, wow, holy shit. But like I said,
fun pop. I got fucking Dracula.
3 episodes.
Hey, that's fire. So I don't want to go on this topic too much.
But we were talking about Resident Evil.
Yeah, Batman.
I forgot about it.
Yeah, no, we were. That was the last topic. Resident Evil is the last topic. But I do want to backtrack just a little bit and talk about Gotham Knights.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah,
I do want to talk about that.
And Suicide Squad. You got to talk about that one.
Yeah, and the Suicide Squad game, sir.
Yes.
That's some fire shit.
I watched the trailer for the Suicide Squad game, and I
haven't seen the trailer yet for the game.
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty awesome. You can play with your homies. Your homies can campaign in online and drop in and do some missions with you.
Online? I don't know.
Yeah, man.
Like PC game or whatever. DC Online.
Yeah, but this is for can
the bad guys, huh?
Bad guys and I believe in Gotham Knights. Am I mistaken?
I think that there's a co-op mode for Gotham Knights. It looks like it anyway.
That's really cool.
You can play as the whole family. Like, what y'all? Man, I'm talking about the whole family, the whole Bat family.
That's just starting off. They'll probably add more characters later on.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah,
like downloadable content for like $20 characters.
Oh God, please don't do microtransactions.
I still fuck with Michael Keaton for Batman.
Who do y'all want to like downloadable characters in the game?
Well, I was actually hoping the Robin would have been the Damian Wayne Robin.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, that's true. We were talking about that.
But it's Tim Drake. Yeah.
But one thing I read today, and I don't know if it's a good thing or if anybody cares, But when you do a co-op, you can actually pick the same character. I don't know if that's a big deal, but like if one wants to be Robin, so can somebody else. You don't have to.
Different costumes, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm hoping so.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Because sometimes you're like, sometimes you'll be playing a game and it's like, fuck, I got this shitty co-op character. Who wants to play this character out of all these fucking
You gotta play
characters?
as Rocky Raccoon. Shit sucks.
I mean, out of those 4 characters, who's the shitty character? They've all been trained by the bat. They all probably have similar moves. You know what I mean?
Seeing like with Gotham Knights, at least, it looks like everybody gets like unique powers.
Yes.
What was it? Like Robin has like the ability to teleport?
Yeah,
Nah, bro. It's just because Tim Drake's a fucking nerd and he invented like some cloak shit.
he's
Okay.
the detective and the technical guy. But
I like
mean,
how he's always the Robin they kill. Listen, I can fuck with that.
Yeah, it's. And then Red Hood's just shooting people. Let's just let's just be honest.
It's electric. It's his electric bullets instead of his real bullets, which is pretty cool.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was actually asking. Like when I did my initial reaction to the game trailer, I was like, so is he gonna do like lethal bullets? Like, does he just not give a fuck? Like how's this gonna go down?
I mean, it's also pretty cool because even in the Suicide Squad, you can do the same thing, and they're adding new things to those characters. Like with Deadshot, you can not only have good aim and long range, you can have fire with your jetpack. You can have Captain Boomerang, who's my fucking favorite.
Yeah.
You have him throwing boomerangs, but they have fucking pistols at the end of them.
That's fire.
You know,
I don't know any boomerang that does that.
Right? And then and then you have them going against the fucking Justice League. Like,
yes.
How do y'all what do y'all? You can play with your homies doing this, like as a Suicide Squad mission.
That's it. I'm for it.
Yeah, I fuck with that, man. Like, honestly, look, I ain't gonna front. DC has not been giving us what we need, but this time they gave us everything we need.
Are you talking about video games or what?
I'm talking about in general. For me personally,
everything.
It gave us everything. Like we got like a good fucking Batman movie, a solid fucking Batman movie gonna come. Hopefully, hopefully. But from the trailer, it looks very fucking promising. Gotham Knights looks pretty fucking amazing, and we're also getting the fucking Snyder cut, which I wanted to see. So that's a lot. That's a lot. And then the Suicide Squad game.
So all in all, 2021 is going to be DC's victory. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. We do have coming out. I love Margot Robbie, but if I have to see Jared Leto's Joker again, I don't know how much longer this DC thing.
Yeah, I don't think he's coming back. Not after that.
I think they fired him.
The Marvel side, so y'all can have him.
No.
Oh.
I don't want it.
Do you see you see the distaste in like Jackson's face right now?
Yeah.
Well,
thing
he's
I
going to
really
play
like
Morbius, though, ain't he?
He's a good actor.
Yes, he is playing Morbius, and I would like to see Morbius. I'm not gonna lie.
That's going to be a good one. I think
Does that
that's
mean
how
we're
they're
gonna
going
get
to
Black
break
Cat? Are we gonna get Felicia?
I would love
We
to.
might finally.
That's cool.
It's,
I don't know. That kind of ties in with Spider-Man. We no longer. So I don't know.
I'm just ready for
The fucking hunter.
yeah,
When I say that, I mean like a live action Spider-Verse maybe. Like.
yeah. Oh my god, if we get a live action Spider-Verse, that would be so fucking fire, dude. Oh my god, dude, that would be so fucking fire.
Bring in somebody as Miles. I'm here for it. I just want to see.
That movie was so fucking
Spider-Verse.
good.
I want to see Madam Web. I want to see all.
I want
Y'all excited about. Sorry, I'm sorry. What's up? Netflix? Nah. No, I'm saying like I know y'all excited about Into the Spider-Verse and maybe a future Spider-Man, but I want to know what y'all think about the supposed Static Shock that DC fandom said they were gonna do.
Hey, I'm glad you put that right. Well, that up.
It's gonna be fire.
Yo, Static Shock, one of the greatest heroes ever made, dude. I think I watched every single episode of the animated series. So fucking fire.
I love that show as a kid.
Yeah.
So fucking fire.
Yeah, man. They're gonna do the comic. They're bringing him back out with comics. They're gonna do. They're in talks of a movie, and my opinion, I think they should cast Lucas from Stranger Things as Static Shock.
Isn't he too young though to play Static Shock?
Nah.
I think he's gotten older. He's gotten older. I know what you're thinking. Yeah, I know what you're thinking though. But they've gotten a bit older.
Because I haven't seen the past two
No,
seasons.
Static was in high school, right?
He's playing a kid in high school, but he's like older. Like he can
Yeah,
fit whatever role you need him to.
Yeah, he's like what, 16 or something like now,
Dude,
16,
he's
17.
18, 19 years old.
Yeah, he's grown, bro.
Man.
Yeah.
Okay. So while we're still talking about Stranger, did y'all hear about Will and his video getting leaked on the internet?
No.
He says a word that he should not say because of what he looks like.
Obvious reasons. Yeah.
Singing a song and in a bus full of people, and it was recorded and repeatedly using this.
Wait, he was just singing a song?
Over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's no big deal.
Wow.
It happens.
Twitter took to it pretty fast.
Yeah, he got canceled.
That's a different beast, man. Twitter's just a different beast.
Yeah, I know.
I'm glad I just don't give a fuck like what people say. So the only person that can cancel you is you. So I mean,
Right.
It's not gonna be good for his, fan base and career.
It's gonna be
for
terrible.
Sure. He's like, what? Noah's like maybe 15 years old. So like, I mean,
Older than y'all naming him to be.
he's a kid.
Barely.
Kid. 15.
That's true.
that's true, man. I don't know.
Well, shit, man. That's all the topics we actually have tonight.
Wow, damn. We had like 20 minutes. We almost hit an hour already. Sheesh.
Damn.
Damn.
Okay.
Damn.
So
Do you like the after show? Just us talking about dumb shit.
we'll do it Nick at night. Well, that's what if it wasn't copyrighted.
That'd be a good podcast name.
It would be, but yeah, yo, Nick would fucking sue me.
Just be like Nikolai at night.
Ooh, Nikolai at night. Okay.
Oh shit!
Nikolai after dark.
Oh, now
It's just like a silhouette.
It's a whole different after show there.
Throwing out some rose.
What time do you go on?
Lights. Oh, shopping.
But all right, so let's go ahead and start with the plugs. King G, I don't think you have anything.
I'm fairly new, so I'm just starting out pretty much.
Okay, but whenever we get it down for like the next podcast or something, I'll make sure he has something. So
Create something.
create something. Facebook page, Twitter, something. Okay. Now, Retro.
Shit, my name is Retro EJ, and you can catch me on Instagram at retro_detro.
All right.
You can find me at Rorschach Katt on all platforms.
Y'all skip it. Y'all skip it right now.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh no, our internet.
Okay, now you're good.
You can find me at Rorschach Katt on all platforms.
My name is Jvckson Connor. You can find me on Twitter, King Jvckson. Link will be in the video.
Everything will be down below.
Yeah, catch me on Twitter. Probably shouldn't, but whatever.
You want everybody to have a good Friday,
Hey,
We got you.
I'm gonna go have a good Friday.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for coming by. I appreciate
I
y'all.
gotta get my plug, don't I? Hold on. Your boy King G. You can catch me in Garland building your cabinets and installing you for the right price. Just call.
That's a
Take
plug,
care of
man.
That's a plug right there.
Yeah, that's a plug.
Hey, I appreciate y'all for letting me come on. It was fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I joined the conversation. It was fun.
It's great to meet you, man.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all too.
Awesome.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for coming by again. And we'll be here. We're doing this podcast early, but you'll see it on Friday because I have to edit it now. but again, y'all will see this early. So again, thank you to all my guests. I appreciate all y'all. And we're out. Peace.
Deuces.